Controversial opinion, but if you have a token white and you're hanging out with your friend group of color, you need to ask permission from everybody in the group to bring your white friend.
That is totally fine. Totally fine. Actually, I agree with you. So long as white people should ask their other white friends before bringing a minority into the group if it's okay, if they would feel comfortable ahead of time to bring this person in, you know, because you may feel comfortable around your token Asian or black friend, but your white friends might not. Like, does she hear herself? What I find very, very not only offensive, but just downright ironic is the fact that these people who claim to be activists or who go on TikTok and are trying to be edgy are so quick to call other people bigots when they are literally the term of what a bigot is. The definition of a bigot is one who is narrow-mindedly devoted to their own ideas and groups and intolerant of people of differing ideas, races, genders, religions, politics, etc. I don't understand how people record a video like this, look over the video, or at least I hope they do, upload the video, wait for it to be uploaded, watch it over because everybody watches it over once it's been uploaded, and decide, you know what, thumbs up, this is a good video. I'm gonna get hella applause for this, and they're just gonna rain down petals on my head. I've just said something so iconic, so stunning, so inspirational. I just became a proponent for segregation. Like, I mean, I don't understand what goes through people's heads. Unless, of course, their whole goal is to actually bring about that. Maybe these people actually don't like the people they are claiming they're in defense of in an attempt to make them look bad and actually create racism. Sounds crazy. A lot of the 4chan radical ideas did come from people who were trolling people wondering, I wonder if I say this most outlandish thing, if people are actually going to take this to heart and make it their religion. And something that was initially meant as a joke, people took to be serious and then went out there and were like, wow, amazing, birds aren't real at all. Oh my god.
Color, you need to ask permission from everybody in the group to bring your white friend. Like, don't just bring them. Ask for explicit permission from everyone, because just because you're comfortable with them doesn't mean that everybody's comfortable with them.
Ajima, that's okay, as long as the white people do the same when they're in their group of white people and they say, you know what? Don't just bring a random Asian person around us. Every single one of us white individuals need to be totally okay with this. And then what are you gonna say if one of your friends is like, no, I'm not okay with you bringing around this Asian girl into our group. I don't like Asians, whatever. What are you gonna say then? Oh, well, gosh, Jolly, you know what? I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Go back to your Asian friend and say, listen, you can't come around us because, like, one person's uncomfortable that you're there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of conversation would that be? And how would that translate into that other person now being told, because of their skin color or ethnicity, that they cannot hang out with you because you are saying that you actively choose the feelings over people who were outwardly racist against them? Like, does that make any sense? I don't understand it.
Not be in the mood to deal with white shenanigans that day. That's all I'm saying.
White shenanigans? Oh, completely understandable. As for the white people, they may not be in the mood to deal with your Korean or your Chinese shenanigans that day, whatever the fuck that means. This person deadass decided to wake up that morning and be like, you know what? Controversial opinion. Yeah, like if you're in a group of people who are of a specific skin color, and a white person, not even, that's the only skin color there is. They didn't even specify American, German, Polish, Russian. Like, no, just, if they're just broad, just white. Doesn't even matter if their whole ethnicity and country didn't have anything to do with, I'm trying to make sense of this and I can't. I don't even think it's worth trying to make sense of what people like this are saying, because it just makes no sense, and it's just plain downright racism and ignorance. And it's surprising because I thought that nowadays, you know, racists just stay kind of under the radar. But oh no, you have people like this, and they think because they're not white that it's okay for them to say this. And if she really stood strong on what she was saying, she wouldn't have privated her account.
Not be in the mood to deal with white shenanigans that day.
What the hell does that even mean, white shenanigans? Why are you friends with a white person if you vehemently detest them this way? How would you feel if when they were around their white friends, they spoke to you like this? Also, I don't believe you actually have white friends, because don't you imagine that they're going to see your video and feel some sort of way? Unless, of course, all your white friends experience the same brain dead thought processes. I don't understand how people can have an opinion about something and it offends someone else, and that opinion isn't even a triggering opinion. You can say something such as, oh, here's one that triggers people. Men should be allowed to choose, just like women have a preference. It's okay for men to have a preference and not desire to date fat chicks. Not being fat phobic, but that's just the one that people put out there. And I've literally seen people's accounts get closed because of a video they've said like that. Or even if they're just making a meme video, turning around something heinous that a woman has said towards men and turning it around and making it the shoe on the other foot, but towards women. And they close down that person's account because he's a man, but the woman's account stays up. And people like her account stay up, but other people who say way less worse than this person has said, their accounts get banned. It almost seems as though TikTok is fostering this prejudice. It leaves up things that they know are wrong, morally wrong, but take away everybody else who's pointing out those things. No, seems sort of suspicious.
Another thing, it feeds into their ego. Like, don't let them think they're a good white person. Don't give them that card to use against other people. Please don't do.
Oh wow, well, you know what? If you have your Asian people around and they're doing their Asian shenanigans, you know what? Don't feed into their ego. It just feeds into their ego if they're allowed to be around. Whatever that means. And you don't want to ever make them think that they're a good Asian person, because they ain't no such thing. You know, people weren't wrong when they said some people try so hard to be progressive that when they go too far and too fast over the other side, they end up becoming the very thing they think they're fighting against. And that is regressivism. So white people who ordinarily were good people, actual good people, will look at you and be like, wow, this is what Asian people think about us? Ugh. This is seriously what you want to represent. Pretty sure if you look somewhere in your DNA, you have white in you too. Seriously, if anyone is friends with people like this individual, they're not your friends. I hope people understand completely and thoroughly that if someone like this claims to be your friend, but when they're around a group of friends that don't look like you, and they require the permission of those friends for you to hang out with all of them, that is your cue that this person is a racist and you need to stay away from them. They are not worth your time. You are better than them. They are horrible people. Stay away.